Good morning, my dear grade 7 students. Welcome to our Q1 Week 7 Day 1 lesson. Okay, so before we start our discussion, sa mga hindi pa po nakakapag-subscribe sa aking YouTube channel, please do subscribe. That is for free. Pwede nyo rin pong i-share sa inyong mga friends, especially grade 7 students, para matutunan din nila yung ating lesson sa Week 7. So our learning competency for this week 7 is that you're going to express concentrations of solutions quantitatively or quantitatively by preparing different concentrations of mixtures according to use of materials. Our objectives, the first one is you're going to enumerate and describe the types of solution according to the proportion of the solute and the solvent. That is what we call diluted and concentrated. The next objective is you're going to identify and describe the types of solution according to the amount of solute present in a given solvent. Okay, so for our day 1 topic, we have types of solution according to the proportion of solute and solvent. Okay, when we say concentration of a solution, that is the amount of solute dissolved in a given amount of solvent. So there are two qualitative terms used to denote the relative concentrations of a solution. The first one is dilute solution, and the second one is concentrated solution. So what is the difference? When we say dilute solution, that is a solution that contains a relatively small of solute or small amount of solute. Kaonte yung solute present. Remember, solute yung po yung tinutunaw. And then, kapag concentrated naman yung solution, it contains a relatively large amount of solute. So, mas maraming solute present. So, example, a solution containing 25 grams of table salt in 100 grams of water is more concentrated than a solution containing 15 grams of table salt in 100 grams of water. So, as you can see, same amount of water, 100 grams, but the amount of solute dissolved in that solvent ay magkaiba. So the first one is 25 grams, while the other is 15. So mas concentrated syempre yung mas maraming amount of table salt, which is 25, compared to that 15 grams of table salt. Okay, so here is an illustration of our example a while ago. So, sabi po dun sa example natin kanina, a solution that contains 25 grams of table salt is more concentrated than a solution that contains 15 grams. So, tingnan nyo po ito. So, the first illustration here ay tinatawag po natin na dilute yung solution. Kasi onti lang po yung amount of solute. While the other one is concentrated because there are a lot of salt na nilagay. So kung titikman po kaya natin ito, ano po kaya ang magiging lasa ng concentrated solution? Ito, ano po kaya magiging lasa ng concentrated? Compare po natin dun sa dilute. So alin kaya ang mas magiging maalat, alin ang matabang? So definitely, the concentrated solution, ito po, ay mas maalat kung gagamitin natin yung ating sense of taste. Mas maalat po yung concentrated solution compare po dun sa dilute solution. Okay, so another illustration tayo. So we have here a test tubes with solution inside. So ano po napapansin natin? So may iba't ibang kulay. So masasabi din po natin kung alin yung concentrated or diluted sa pamamagitan po ng observation using our sense of sight. So the lighter the color of a solution, we can say that that is diluted or diluted solution. So the darker the color, we can say that that is a concentrated solution. Okay, so let us apply now. Tingnan natin kung natutunan natin yung concept na pinag-uusapan natin kanina. So I have here, okay, so ano po nakikita nyo dyan? Yes, you are right. That is a sinigang, isang uri ng ulam. na ano pong lasa niyan? Maasim, may asim po siya. Okay, so here is the question. You found out that the sinigang prepared by your mother is too salty or salty, maalat. What is the best thing to do? So, maalat yung sinigang ni nanay. Anong the best na gagawin natin? A. Shout at your mother. Sigawan si nanay kasi hindi naayos yung pagluluto, maalat. Letter B. Add more pork. Dagdagan ng maraming karne ng pork yung sinigang para mabawasan yung alat. Letter C. Add some water to reduce the salty taste. Ano kaya dapat natin gawin? Ano dapat ninyong gawin para mabawasan yung concentration ng salt, yung pagiging sobrang alat niya? Okay, of course, ang the best na magagawa natin o ninyo is to add some water, letter C, to the sinigang para mabawasan po yung pagiging maalat niya. Okay. Okay, so I have here a juice, a powder juice. Nakalagay po sa label, kung mapapansin po ninyo, this pack of powder juice here ay makakagawa daw po ng 5 liters kapag hinalo po yan sa water. Okay? So, ito po yung question natin. How can you make this powder juice drink a concentrated solution? Again, ano nga pong ibig sabihin ng concentrated solution? Mas marami ang solute than solvent. O mas maraming solute na nilagay. Okay, so paano natin gagawing concentrated yung solution kapag tinimpla natin yung powder juice na yan? A. Add more water to make 10 liters. Dadagdagan natin yung tubig para makagawa tayo ng instead of 5 liters, 10 liters ang gagawin natin. Magiging concentrated kaya ang solution pag dinagdagan natin ng maraming tubig? Or B, reduce the water to 3 liter o 3 liters. Pabawasan natin yung tubig into 3 liters lang para maging concentrated yung juice drink na gagawin natin. Ano po kaya ang tamang sagot? Okay, so the correct answer is letter B. So, pag binawasan natin yung water, magiging concentrated yan kasi yung maximum nga na pwede, di ba, 5 liters. So, kung ginawa nating 3 liters yan, ano kaya magiging lasa? Sobrang magiging matamis. So, that is concentrated orange juice. Okay, so let's analyze. So, sasabihin lang po ninyo kung diluted or concentrated yung solution na ipipresent ko po dyan. Okay, the first one, or the first two illustrations here, okay, that is a tea or tsaa. Ano pong napapansin ninyo? Yung nasa left side, dark. Yung nasa right side, light color. So, alin kaya dyan ang diluted? Alin ang concentrated? Okay, so sabi natin sa example kanina, kapag darker ang color o dark ang color, we can say that that solution is concentrated. So, therefore, the first picture is a concentrated solution while the second picture is a diluted solution. How about this one? So, here, ayan po, napapansin po ninyo, parehas po ba yung amount ng solvent or ng water? So, magkaiba po. The first, yung letter A po, onti lang yung kanyang solvent o yung water. While the letter B, marami yung kanyang water. But look at the amount of, so sabihin natin na yan ay salt. Yung nilagay, yung tinunaw sa kanya, yung solute ay salt ang ginamit natin. So, alin po kaya sa tingin niyo ang magiging concentrated in terms of yung kapag nilasahan natin? Ano kaya yung mas magiging maalat sa kanilang dalawa? Could it be letter A or letter B? Okay, so ang magiging concentrated of course ay, ayan po si letter A kasi onti yung amount ng solvent and then maraming solute. So, maraming asin. Onti lang yung water. So, maalat. While the letter B, so dahil marami yung water niya at yung amount ng solute ay same lang naman dun sa letter A, so magiging matabang lang siya or that is diluted solution. Alright, so let us now proceed to our Day 2 lesson. Our Day 2 objective is calculate the percentage by weight of the given solutions. So makakalculate po tayo. Let's start. Okay, so our topic for Day 2 is percent by weight of the given solutions. Okay, so yun ang gagawin po natin is percent by mass. What do we mean by percent by mass or the mass percent? That is the amount of solute in a given mass of solvent expressed as grams solute per 100 grams of solution. So ito po yung mga formula or equation na gagamitin po natin. So percent by mass, that is equal to the mass of solute divided by the mass of solute plus solvent times 100%. Or that is simply percent by mass. The mass of solute is equal to, yung mass of solute plus mass of solvent po, that is the mass of the solution times 100%. Okay, so let us have our example number 1. So our example number 1, find the percent by mass of 6 grams sodium hydroxide dissolved in 50 grams of water. So ano yung unang gagawin? Kailangan muna nating mahanap yung mga given. So what are the given? So we have the mass of solute that is equal to 6 grams of sodium hydroxide. And the mass of solvent is equal to 50 grams of water. So ano daw po yung hinahanap? Percent by mass of solute. That is the unknown. Yan yung hahanapin natin later on. So ito yung solution natin. Gagamitin po natin yung formula which is percent by mass of solute. Dahil yung po yung hinahanap is equal to the mass of solute divided by the mass of solution times 100%. Okay. So let us now substitute the given values. So mass of solute po ay given here. So given siya. While the mass of solution, meron po ba sa given? Wala. Wala po yan sa given. So ano po yung gagawin natin para mahanap natin yung mass of solution? So that is very simple. We're just going to add the mass of solute here. Mass of solute plus mass of solvent. So the value of mass of solute is 6 grams. Plus yung solvent po is 50 grams of water. So 6 plus 50. So that is 56 grams. That is our mass of solution. So, ayan, meron na po tayong mass of solution. Let us now proceed to calculation. So, mass of solute is 6 grams divided by the mass of the solution na kinuha natin kanina, which is 56 grams, times 100%. So, i-calculate natin. So, we have 6 divide 56, that is equal to 0.107 times 100%. So the answer is, the percent by mass of solute is 10.7% of sodium hydroxide. So depende po sa hihingi ni teacher kung ilang decimal place ang gusto niyang makita. So here in our given example, meron po tayong ilang digits pong nakikita ninyo? 3. Because our given, sa given po natin dito, meron po tayong 3 digits. Kaya yung final answer po natin ay ginawa rin po nating 3 digits. Okay? But again, it depends on your teacher kung ilan yung gusto niyang place value na makita sa final answer. Okay, for our next example, we have 6 grams of urea was dissolved in 500 grams of water. So, ano yung hahanapin natin dito? Calculate the percentage of mass of urea in the solution, that is letter A. For letter B, nahahanapin po natin is the percentage of mass of water in the solution. So, find out first the given. What are the given? So the mass of solute is equal to 6 grams of urea. The mass of solvent is equal to 500 grams of water. So ang hanapin po, percent by mass of solute, that is the urea, and percent by mass of solvent, which is the water. So yun po yung ating mga hahanapin. So the mass of solution, to get the mass of solution, madali lang po, di ba? Sinabi ko na kanina yan. I-add lang po yung solute plus mass of solvent. So mass of solute, 6 grams plus 500 grams of water. So 506 grams. That is the mass of solution. So proceed na po tayo sa ating solution. So yan po yung given natin kanina. For our solution, we will be using this formula. Percent by mass of solute. Solute mo na yung unahin natin. Is equal to the mass of solute divided by the mass of solution times 100%. So substitution of the given values. So the mass of solute is equal to 6 grams. And then the mass of solution is equal to 506 grams times 100%. So the answer is, for the mass of solute, or the percent by mass of solute, that is equal to 1.1857, or i-round off na po natin yung 7. Ito pong 7 dito sa 5 to make it 4 digits lang. So we have 1.186%. Okay? So that is our percent by mass of solute. How about the percent by mass of solvent? So yan po yung given natin kanina. So let us now proceed to percent by mass of solvent. That is equal to mass of solvent divided by the mass of solution, and that is times 100%. Substitution of the values, or the given values, we have, for the mass of solvent, 500 grams of water divided by the mass of solution, which is 506 grams. That is 500 divided by 506, so 0.988 times 100%. So what is now the answer? So the percent by mass of solvent, or the mass percent of solvent, is equal to 98.81%. So pwede po nating i-check yung ating value po ng solvent at ng solute, kung mag-equal po ba siya sa 100% yung ating solution. So to check, i-add lang po natin yung value kanina ng solute, which is 1.186% plus yung amount po ng solvent, which is 98.81. So mag-equal po kaya sa 100. So in checking of the answer, dapat po yung value niya ay magiging 100% or equal to 100 or closer to 100%. So 99.996, pag na-round up po natin yan, magiging 100%. Okay? Okay, so let's apply. Kaya na ba nating makalculate yung concentration of a solution? So using percent by mass. So tingnan natin. First example, first question, we have, a solution is prepared by dissolving 15.0 grams of table salt in 70.0 grams of water. Find A, mass percent of solute, and B, the mass percent of solvent. Tingnan po natin kung makakalculate na natin yan. Okay, so again, hanapin mo na yung given. So ano yung mass of solute natin? What is the value? So we have 15.0 grams. For the mass of solvent, we have 70.0 grams. So ang hinahanap po natin ay percent by mass of solute, or the mass percent of solute, and the mass percent of solvent. So given na po ba yung mass percent of the solution, or the mass of the solution? So wala pa. So again, let us add the mass of solute, which is 15.0 grams plus 70.0 grams of the solvent. So the mass of solution is 85.0 grams. Okay, so let us now calculate. So get first the mass percent of solute or the percent by mass of solute. Substitution na tayo ng given value. So we have the mass of solute is 15.0 grams. The mass of solution is 85.0 grams times 100%. So what is now the percent by mass of solute? Is equal to 17.6%. That is for the mass of solute. Okay, how about the percent by mass of solvent? Substitution of the given values of solvent, we have 70.0 grams. And for the value of the solution, we have 85.0 grams times 100%. That is very simple. So the mass of solvent is 82.4%. So pwede nating i-check. Okay, to check, just add kung 100% pa yung ating solution. So we have 17.6 for the mass of solute and 82.4 for the mass of solvent. So the value of the solution or the amount of the solution is equal to 100%. Ayan. Okay? So nasa week 7 day 3 na po tayo. So ano kaya yung objective natin for this day 3? So we are going to calculate the percentage by volume of the given solution. So kung kanina mass, ngayon naman volume. Okay, so our topic for this day 3 is percentage by volume of the given solution. So when we say volume percent, it is used when the solute in the solvent are both liquid. So ito po yung formula o yung equation na gagamitin natin. So percent by volume of solute is equal to the volume of solute divided by the volume of solution times 100%. So halos same lang po doon sa ginawa natin kanina. Again, napalitan lang po yung mass, kanina mass, but this time ang gagamitin po ay volume. Okay, same lang po yung process, halos same lang yung formula o yung equation na gagamitin po natin. Okay, so the percent by volume of solvent is equal to the volume of solvent divided by the volume of solution times 100%. Okay, example number 1 na po tayo. Okay, so for our example number 1, we're going to determine the volume or the volume percent solution made by combining 25 ml of ethanol with enough water to produce 200 ml of the solution. Okay. So yung ano yung mga given, the volume of solute is 25 ml. The volume of solution is 200 ml or milliliters. So ang hanapin po natin ay percent by volume of solute, that is the unknown. So gagamitin po natin yung formula, percent by volume of solute is equal to the volume of solute divided by the volume of solution times 100%. Okay, so our given a while ago, we have volume of solute is 25 ml. Volume of solution is 200 ml. And we're looking for the percent by volume of solute. So for our solution, gagamitin natin yung formula, percent by volume of solute is equal to the volume of solute divided by the volume of solution times 100%. Okay, so substitution of the given value, so yung volume of solute po is 25 ml. And our solution, given na po yung solution, is 200 ml times 100%. So what is then the answer? Okay, so 25 divided by 200 ml. So that is 0.125 times 100. So our answer is, the percent by volume of solute is 12.5%. Okay, for the solute. Okay, so let us apply now. A solution is made up of 20.0 ml of ethyl alcohol and 50.0 ml of water. What is the percent by volume of ethyl alcohol in the solutions? So again, ano nga yung unang gagawin? Hanapin mo na yung mga given. The given are volume of solute is 20 ml. The volume of solution is 50 ml. And we are looking for the percent by volume of solute. Okay, so using this formula, so we have percent by volume of solute is equal to the volume of solute divided by the volume of solution times 100%. Okay, so ilan ba yung volume of solute natin? So we have 20.0 ml. So given na po yung mass of solution, or rather the volume of solution, which is 50 ml times 100%. So the percent by volume of solute is equal to 40%. Ayan, so day 4 na po tayo. Ano po kaya yung ating lesson for our day 4? So our objective for day 4, explain the difference between percentage by weight of solution and by volume solution. Okay, so our topic for day 4 is the difference between percentage weight of solution and by volume solution. Alright, so let's understand. A mass per volume percent gives the mass of solute dissolved in a volume of solution in percent. Okay, so the formula is here. We have percent by mass per volume. Percent by mass per volume, that is equal to the mass of solute in grams divided by the volume of solution in milliliters times 100%. Okay, so example number 1 tayo. Calculate the concentration in mass per volume percent when dissolving 120 grams of sodium chloride into a certain amount of water to make 3000 ml of solution. So the given are, the mass of solute is 120 grams of sodium chloride and the volume of solution is 3000 ml. So hinahanap po natin is the percent by mass per volume ng ating solute, which is sodium chloride. Okay, so using this formula, substitute na natin yung ating mga values. So mass of solute is 120 grams. The volume of solution is 3000 ml. Okay, divide 120 divided by 3000 ml. So that is 0.04 times 100%. So our answer is the percent by mass of the solute dun po sa volume of solution is 4%. So hindi po natin makakancel yung unit na magkaiba. So hindi na po natin siya i-include because we are just looking for the percent by mass of the given solute dun po sa volume of our solution. Okay, so let us try an activity. So we have here the percent by mass, yung ginawa natin kanina, sum up natin dito. So, expressing concentration, we have the first one, unang ginawa po natin kanina is percent by mass. Kinalculate natin yung percent by mass of a solute and a solvent. So, as you can see, the value of the solute dun po sa unang ginawa nating activity is 1.186% yung solute, while the solvent is 98.81%. Okay, with that values of solute and solvent, tingnan natin yung concentration of solution. Okay, diluted kaya yung solution? Tingnan natin yung solute and solvent, yung percentage nila. Masasabi ba natin na diluted or concentrated kaya yung solution? Okay, so since the value of the solute is 1.186% lamang doon sa solution, mas malaki yung solvent. Okay, this one, maliit. Mas malaki yung solvent. So therefore, we can say that the solution is diluted. Kasi onti lang po yung solute. How about this one? Percent by volume yung ginawa natin, kinalculate natin kanina. So yung solute natin kanina, nung kinuha natin yung percent by volume is 12.5. While the solvent is 87.5%. Okay, so Again, malaki po ba yung value ng solute compare po doon sa solvent? So, dahil mas maliit po yung value ng solute, therefore, the solution is still diluted pa rin siya. Okay, so that is for this week, guys. Thank you so much for listening. I hope marami kayo natutunan sa ating lesson for this week. And again, kung hindi pa po kayo nakakapag-subscribe sa aking YouTube channel, please do subscribe and that is for free. Wala pong bayad. And please share it to your friends, grade 7 students, para matutunan po nila yung ating lesson for this week. So God bless everyone and good luck.